brain.
You can cuddle me.
The MRI, just kind of stumbled upon it.
So I've been doing everyone on the right side. Oh, she's over here. If you want to come here, you can come here.
And then of those 15%.
Now with Jenna, she's pregnant, but she's not really pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, she's only a little bit pregnant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be covering her through her pregnancy, but there's a big difference on that counterbalance when you now have a whole system that's growing at a rate that our brains really have a hard time incorporating. Men will never experience this, but when you have at least one birth and you're out to here, no offense, much less when you have multiples and this, that, and the other, growing at a rate for your counterbalance to work with that's a large organism in the system that throws and expects you to handle those things. You don't want to fall down being pregnant. So I'm going to lower my touch through here where everybody else have been doing the rib, where I'm going to go through her baby. I love how Arlie has to watch herself eat. That's, If I watched myself eat every time, maybe I wouldn't be as heavy.
Thank you.
She wanted to take a picture of your son.
Questions ever, just Michelle.
She kept saying hi.
Oh, that'd be great, yeah. Okay, very good. I have all entire PowerPoints and slides. Yeah.
Skype has confused us about who's real
Great.
in the picture.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Giddy. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
So I'm just here, like I said, playing with her baby, playing with both her babies.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, Graham's 12, he'll always be my baby.
Hi. You're not gonna get to climb me right now.
But all I'm doing is allowing her system just to work her balance, hate to say it, through the uterus, but also through the fetus. Even though the fetus is probably what do you have now, a tadpole?
1 centimeter.
But no offense, I don't mean to bring it in, but to me it's no different than working on someone that has cancer in them. If someone has a tumor, benign or otherwise, the movement or the touch is going to react differently than what the body is used to, especially if the body hasn't accepted it. And that's a problem with a lot of diseases, is that the brain wants to fight it, fight cancer. Not that I want it, I would probably try to embrace it. It would bring my circulatory system at a healthier level, my breathing better, and then trying to deal with eradicating it or changing my system, whether it's via medicine or whatever I need to do to get rid of it. But this whole thing of fighting cancer, that's like saying fighting myself. So, but a lot of people get pregnant, they don't want to be pregnant, or they don't know they're pregnant, or,
No touching the camera.
but I don't want her to lose her balance, so even though I'm doing this, I'm still bringing her over to her right elbow.
What's been interesting in reverse is Adam, who has been losing mass at such an alarming rate to change his balance, that it changes his balance.
Oh, it's
Because he'll make comments about how things are different.
And not only
of course
that,
they're different.
what's happening with him, not only that he's losing weight at such alarming rate, but he's also, his fluid intake is different.
Yeah.
So he used to eat, no offense, a lot of junk.
Yeah.
And that junk, when you're eating it such quantities, no offense, is like having a large tumor. So when you're not eating that way anymore, you know what I mean? The body is adjusting to that as well. Her husband had gastric bypass.
He had a
Or
gastric
latte.
sleeve.
Oh,
Neither one.
Not for
They
us,
removed
but,
80% of his stomach.
And then I just added the honest.
So he's lost 86 pounds.
So is he doing like 6 small meals a day or something?
He eats in much smaller quantities, not much carbs at all, because you just feel so uncomfortably full anytime you eat carbs, nothing carbonated. We went out on a date night and he had a beer and he was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna be sick. because,
Yeah, it's not as.
but he's like in the 1% of people who've never actually gotten
There's
sick.
something to it, huh?
Most people overdo it, but he's been really careful. But he's lost 85 pounds since December 5th. So,
So now bringing the baby to the other side.
Food specific, but, good food.
but when you're 6'6" and you've lost that much weight, it totally changes the way you walk. It changes the way you can carry yourself, what you can do.
Yeah, that's pretty radical.
Because he's not playing with himself. He's not moving through it.
He's not going out dancing.
Dancing, doing karate. I mean, look at what Arlie has done this whole class.
Right.
And look at what we've done this whole class. No offense.
Right.
She's up, down, this, looking at herself in the mirror. She's learning proportions, balance, integration, movement, where we're like, we have to sit in a certain position to stay comfortable. Now, again, too, but Jen is used to me working with her, but I wouldn't necessarily take a pregnant woman off the streets and go right at her this way. Because I would need to integrate her feet and get used to my touch. Because that's the one thing people don't realize, and this isn't a brag, my touch is pretty powerful. So I can make changes in a couple of seconds where it could take people actually a couple lessons or they can't even achieve it. And like I said, I don't mean to say that as a brag, it is what it is. So I'm not saying I'm powerful, I'm saying my touch is. So to take someone that's, let's say, 6 months pregnant, you know, I can't let them be that stimulated. I don't want to go into a dilation or where the baby's like going, whoa, what was that? But since I know her and like I said, she works, that's much better. See, that's the first time you came over to the elbow. But see too now how nice she's bending, whereas before if I said, ooh, bend over my leg, she'd be like, what?
It feels really good though.
Yeah. Because but she's transferring her weight, not bending. Does that make more sense now? Does that make more sense about even with time working with your son, transferring the pelvis to learn how to transfer the weight through the system? And with that, walk around.